Hello and welcome to Hanamate. I had a friend over and she was making bol cozies, so I didn't hesitate and asked her to make instructions. I put her on the spot. She wasn't prepared, but she did a great job. So bol cozy is this fabric ball that basically you can put ice cream ball in it, so you don't freeze your hands, or you can put soup or stew or whatever you are heating up in the microwave so you don't burn your hands.
Hey Casey, what are you making?
So I'm making a bowl cozy. So this is a fabric bowl that holds a bowl. When you microwave it in the microwave, you can take it out and you won't burn your hands.
So can you put that in a microwave?
Yes, it's
Oh,
100%
nice.
cotton. It has batting in it so it keeps its shape because I've sewn it in a certain way so that it stands up, it doesn't collapse. So
awesome.
I'll show you how I made it. It's not perfect by any means, the stitching, but it starts with a piece of fabric cut 10 inches by 10, and then it has a batting piece 9 by 9 that goes inside, and then it's quilted and just sewn through with my walking foot. And then now I will fold it in half, and then I'll take my little ruler and I will measure 1 inch in by 2 inches down, and I'll draw a little triangle here, cut it out and sew that, and then it'll kind of create this shape. And the top, and I go 2 inches, and then I draw a line. It doesn't matter, this is fabric pen so it washes out, but that's just to guide my walking foot when I sew it.
So do you know what I did? I got little tiny triangle and then I always put it in the middle and I traced it. I got little triangle from a piece of cardboard and then I always drew around it. All right, part 3. She said, take a video of me sewing.
So I have, ignore my nails because I can't get in to see Victor until Monday. Anyway, TNT Nails, free advertising. So I'm going to sew. I made a little mark here for where I'm going to cut, but I have to sew it and then cut around it so I create that stitch. That's it, and then I'll cut a line here and then open it up like that, and it creates that that shape.
So you repeat it 4 times.
Yes.
All right, chop chop.
Okay. All right, so I've sewn both of my 2 sides, and then I'm going to turn it inside out, and I'm going to bring these outer edges together like this and make the same cut here so that I'll have that 4-way.
Okay.
So now I've sewn all of my 4 corners. It's going to be that bowl there, but then I have to cut these off. So I want to create like a 1/4 inch. Oof, these are dull. No bueno. All right, that's that.
Not sure.
I'm a lefty though. These better? No, these are worse. These are the ones I just have to do that. And then here. Oof. This is painful. Probably painful to watch. Painful to watch. Well, that one I did okay. All right, so there, I've hacked my corners. I made that there. And that's the inside. Now I'll do the same to this bottom piece, and then I will attach.
Oh, you put 2 layers of batting there.
Yeah,
I'm
so
cheap.
they're
That's why
super
my
thick.
body is thinner.
So then that will be the backing. This will be the front or the top. And then you can invert them.
Okay, and then show me the last part when you stitch it together. So on the second layer, on the dark blue, you do exactly the same thing.
Exactly
the corners,
the
you
same
stitch them
thing.
up, you bend it, blah, blah, blah.
Fold,
Yeah.
cut, and then shape. And then you have to kind of wrap this finished piece around this other finished piece. and attach them. But you
No, do you
this.
stitch it inside out?
Yes. So that is right sides together.
Okay, when you do that, we do another video.
Okay.
Ta-da.
So I have both of these sides now all stitched with the corners. Now I'm going to turn these to be right sides together, so the pretty sides together, and I'm going to match them up. But what I want to do first is match up the middle here, these two seams. These, you want to open them on the top and the bottom, and I'm going to do this
So do you know what?
sloppy.
I don't.
But you want to pin that right there, always by the middle out, because you can kind of work with fabric. It's called easing in, where you can kind of just make it work, but you have to do it each side. You can't just go from one end left to right. I've made many a mistake doing that the lazy way. So it's important to pin. You can't pin enough. So there. So I will,
Show me the detail what you did with the...
So I started from this middle and went out, and I lined it up. So now I'll start from this middle, go in, and then I'll sew this all along all four sides. But I will leave a space between this and this end, and I will open it up and turn it inside out, and then that will produce this, and then I'll just top stitch all around to secure it, and it's done.
How big gap do you need? 1 inch, 2 inches? So when you are opening it, right, you're stitching it from when
Yeah,
it's
you need
inside
like
out,
2 to
at
3
least 2
inches.
Okay.
But the guide is between the middle and the point. You want to find that gap, because if you leave it too loose here, it's such a pain to have to secure that. You want to keep it hard, back stitched here on both ends and turn it there.
I also feel like I always like to do corner because they are hard, so I finish the stitching here and then I leave gap here.
Exactly.
This is probably difficult too, so I would just make sure, it's exactly those 2 inches.
That's exactly the place.
Awesome.
And that's it. Done. You're welcome.
All right, she said this is the struggle.
Struggle session with
So
the product. So
Sweet.
now we are inverting. We left that hole as we stitched all the way around this bad boy. I don't think we have the hole. Ooh, I just got stuck with it. Ow! Ow!
Make sure you know where your pins are. And when you finish sewing,
Fail to
take them
prepare,
out right away.
Then prepare to fail. Oh, here it comes. It's like
oh,
a baby's
birth.
breath. It feels like
Push,
it.
push,
The pain
push,
and everything. I'm afraid I'm going to get stuck again.
Take a break if you need to.
I'm shaking. Oh God, here it comes. Oh no. You forgot the worst in me. All right, here it comes. Now that's real. God,
Relief.
that pin. I found it. Oh, here.
Is it your nails? Is it blood?
No, my hands are so dry. Okay, so now I go around. I have to shove my finger through here. We're going to snip off all this excess. But there's a point. Here's a point over here. Oh no, I found another pen. What am I thinking? Such a freshman move. Okay. And last turn I found here. Okay.
Ta-da!
There it is. Ta-da. So now I'm going to take this hole and pull it, and I'm going to pin that and top stitch all the way around, really 1/8 of an inch. You want to be right on the edge here. And then you have another bow.
Ta-da! That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very good.
Done.
Congrats.
Whew.
Ta-da!
So that's it, pretty and practical. Thank you, Casey, so much for the instructions, and I hope others will be able to follow the instructions and make their own ball cozies or make them as a gift. Thank you for watching Hannah Made.